Rola Pinche Sanje Rubara Sanje Chudan Soju Chanan Dagi Chushe Jibe Sunaje Rola Pinche Sanje Masija Tamaji Jitan Rube Sanje Jikovan Tobaja Teshada Tavishu Senya Begolong
Please attend to the teaching with proper motivation. That's wanting to attain state of enlightenment or decision to attain state of enlightenment for the well-being of all other sentient beings, and for that very end, then we should attend to teaching.
Senje Chuki Samtilta, Kasacholam Jinenju, Cholam de la Cholam Jinenjuma, Mayusani, Sejinenju.
So now the teaching which we were discussing about the yoga of the activity, and it has 5 in section, or 5 in 5, right? And amongst them, we discussed about the yoga of eating.
Sejinenju de la Gendri do some Manguji Kasashusari. Ta Chiri Cheba Sea de la Del Chiri Cheba Choga Mise, Giavich Choga, Pechas came and do the Ine, Sopu and the town. Oh, the name.
So, about the yoga of the eating, that we had the most extensive way of doing it, or slightly abridged, or really abridged, and I gave you all 3 kinds or 3 ways of doing the yoga of eating, and now the Chudru Choga, there's the other rituals. Now that also we discussed yesterday.
Jensi Chogari, Jensi de la Nemba Lerum Tony, Sheve Jensi Kakun Jensi Pu, the man to some sort of Jensi Puni Yaguyo, Jensi to Tosa Chimbo, Shira Pen Jensi.
Now next is the Choga or yoga of the Jinsek or the fire offering, Jin as to give and Sek as to burn. So now if you have done your retreat, it would be wonderful if you could do the peaceful, fulfilling fire puja, which is named after us in Tibetan, Shiva Jinsek. That it would be real good for you if you would do that every now and then. It's very beneficial.
Myanmar Ganajumela, Tiji Jinsi Jiori, Mami Jinsi Suri.
Earlier, in Nelchuma practice, we have a fire puja with the till or the sesame seed, and which is well known as the fire puja of the lamb too.
Chuminale, Diri Nabukayuni, or the Najuma the Jenny, Diri Korantani, Jinsi Sajichio, Dibajuna Yabushirayori. That
one could, like, use the butter lamp, and generation of that lamp or the light on the wick as the Vajrayogini, and you burn the black sesame seeds, and that is one of the, again, best way of purifying the negativities.
Chuminalama Diri Lo in the Digaro Lu Sachimishinro, Ditsi Togia Mare, Mazin and Jigabako.
Still, that when we have poured a little quantity of the black sesame seed or sesame seed in it, then when it starts filling up, then it extinguishes the flame, and it can't really consume those sesame seed by the fire, but yet it should be all right.
Della Guinea Dojere, Lodibra Macho, the Masiba, the Shusha Goiza, Diva Bejama to the Sutter of Jumaba Mendro. ane lama do chan pang kwa ru chi le shu ni tibet si ge me du chi to ya ge sa ju kan jen si na ji ta cho ga ayun se ane rigres an dire be ta ya ge cho ga ji sung ro na ma do ne ne chi mi jen si pa de ta de ne ya rang su che ne lo de bu me du lama do chan ge ji sung yo re.
So, when one of the disciples of Jesu Pavunga, Dini Dojo, that he had a trouble that since when he find lots of the black sesame seed unburned, then having a little feel sense of incompleteness or unable to consume all the negativities. So thus, to eradicate that kind of feeling, he requested that could I make the fire offering named after such a Khandrujinse, the fire puja of the Dagini, named after such a. And then when he requested that, if I could, then His Holiness answered that he could, and he requested to write a small text, so a ritual text, so that he could perform it.
Doji kandu jinsi sigari saji kharu jinsi, tet ngema yinne tabu suishra. Sangbo na meda jilu uche gongda, oden ti de shike na odi dragin shira yung. Ta ten na yin yang, nanju me doji kandu mami jinsi ki tsu de doji kandu jinsi na ji, meda na la dra chua choka soyo re. Yen rimu gogu ma re, meda ji je ti to jilu nya, an deva bis jindu di dra chi shaya re, deva jang choka jinsi re te.
So, this practice, it is not very lengthy at all, named after as Sajik Khandru Jinsik or the Dagini Fire Puja, and also it is named as Dojik Khandro, the water Khandro, the Fire Puja, which meant the same. And I find, or I do remember, that lots of monks doing that. All they need is their little fireplace in a small container where they use a little ember or little fire and then burn the sesame seed in it. And also that lots of others, they do the marmit khandro, the butter lamp khandro fire puja, that's butter lamp, and it is not lengthy at all. You have to say only a little prayer and start doing or pouring the sesame seed, and this is a quite effective way of doing the purification of the digpa or the negativities.
Mami khandu singbe.
Lashu, mami khandu deshu, mami khandu deshu.
Kare.
Doji khandru.
Doji khandru mezenda gisikro. Mezenda gisikro. Sandra jena.
For the Doji khandru, the Sanskrit term will be Benzadaki.
Oh yeah, that is
fire puja. My best enough.
Ku böge jeshe, mami khandru, mami jeshe chega.
So, can't make use of that.
Dene tome nanjo re, tome nanjo, toma dika du ine pyu chok re. Tome nire zuni pyu ne yago yo re, tushin zodo zu shayo ne jiu re. Yang te me ma tsam tsam le yang susu be, chi badi rupu tan, ten shindo rupu yago yo du, tine nye je sha, andi ya toma pyu ne chok, che le pyu ne chok re. Che tang tome ke she she ne tem, ke she mangu shira, zen to, che to, ta to ru, jun to ru siya rupu, ke she mangu yo re de, ni che le pyu chok ya na, toma, dagi nga su pyu sari ima o dire ta, doma dagi nuya dire.
So, now the Torma offering, or the Torma, next is the Torma, about Torma, that it will be good that if you could make the Torma offering, and if you can't make Torma kind of shape, we have on our altar, you can also arrange like the fruits and materials which we discussed yesterday. Torma is of all kinds, for instance, like the letter, le as action, and tor is for Torma, or chindor, chin as for the virtuous conduct, and tor as for Torma, and so, or taktor, and so there are lots of different kinds of Tormas.
다 도마 표에 건데 도마 장마치 샴 도제 가서 세번 하시리 매 조갈라랑 도지난주에 다제 등 연은 지버려 맨에 깨지 중시지 나초 전럽지 깨지 중시이나 다제 등 연은 나초 전럽지 살 자매고 뭐 도마 전럽지.
So now to begin with the Dharma offering, that if you are doing a session, then you are already in the form of Vajrayogini, so you don't need to regeneration of yourself as deity. Whereas if you don't, then you instantaneously arise yourself in the aspect of Vajrayogini, then do the inner offering blessing and blessing of the Dharma. And if you have the Chetin is named for the 8 set of those 8 offering. That's named as Chetin. If you have that, bless it too.
And don't know Jiang, the Russia go that, Jingo the Pusha, Jingo Nije, Jingo the Puju, that Mazina, and Doma Pusa, you the famous or manager of the Lama Chudan Jidin, so you go Jiang, answer to Jay Lama Chang, and they use a tragic worry. Wasn't river with the nation, and they think you want.
So
then the Kuja tragic worry, he said with Chunjun to Sunda, then the Java San Dongor.
So now, if you are doing the Druchu or the accomplishing of the mandala, then in that case you have guests already present, right, in the mandala. So you make the offerings to the guests who are inside the mandala, and if you don't, then you with that mantra, then you invoke all the great Chizan, Naljama and Lama and Yidam and all the daggers and daginis are all entire 10 direction space in front. Now, just as you would make a proper arrangement before you extend your invitation, like cushions and you get your chairs and everything ready, in the same way now we have to have the proper arrangement for the guests. So now that's we need a moon cushion. So in front visualize a Chunjung or reality source, and at center a moon cushion, and then you invoke the Venerable Vajrayogini at center with the 4 other principal yoginis around her, plus the 24 yoginis, plus the 8 others, so that's all those 37 yoginis.
Any day, Tala, Yedan Sanjay Johnson, Babu Kandro, Jidele Debe, Sanjay Johnson, Yenchete, Sanjay Johnson, Yeran Yenchete Jukure, Chunyo no Lola. And all that are inside that Chunjung or reality source, you have to seat all the Buddhas and Buddhisms and Pratyekars and Sravakas, and one of them you have to fill in the space of the Chunjung or the reality source. Lama, Rangitsaga Lama, Sanja Doji Chugu Chebe, Jube Lama Taji Babu Doji Shinama Chen and Diori, Tonto Yani, Sai number Chen Tonguri. All the rest in Muji Lama Samalobe, Dojina Jube, Tingishala Juguri. Idangi Dinglia, Pananzala. So Lama, in the form of Guru Buddha, Vajradharma, and all the lineage gurus in the form of the Veera Vajradharma, that they all sit right above the space of the that Chunjung or the reality source. That Chunjung to Sunge Trachu Yusane Jinala, Gachi Koniori, Surjibutilla, Jadeni Tumba Yusala, Jogi Tumba Denala Chujun, Jidene de Chujun Suju.
So now in the Chunjung or the reality source, as we have on the four corners on the right and left are the bliss souls, but the front and the rear are empty, right? So on the rear side of the Chunjung or inside, you have all the protectors or Dharmapalas who are above the world.
Pena Pichachi Nalachi, Yokotanchi, Dali Tija is out. Yidandi Kadu in the Imbaresilla, Chujun Mamulabe, Lonjuka Zuzu, Kawaisa Zuzu, Jego Mari. Pena, Ome de Champ Tabe, Podon, the Nano Tulu Trouble Torch, Danson Guzo, Dojikurusiade, Gobu Kuri. This Sajak Soma Sojiri, Sajak and Gobu Chichunis, Chewa Kuri, Chuan Shejiri, Tell Chichunis, Saja Soma Sori, Garanzo Tendangorida.
So, you need not have a stick in your hand and point at every Dhammapalas on a thanga and trying to decide this must be the prominent protector of this practice and all these things. You don't need to do that. Now in the prayer, from the Aknishta, you invoke the Kombuku or Mahakal Kur as you read in that prayer. And Dojukur or the Mahakal Kur, that is one of the prominent principal guardian of the Satya. There's two Mahakalas, major and minor. The major one is the Mahakala Kur and minor is the four-faced Mahakala.
In a Girish Gasun said the Lame Tube, Ranga Lame Suma de Yedan Lame Yedan Kang in the Tea Gasun and Ruchover. In a Girish Gasun said the Nanjuma Girish Gasun the Pechir Todar, so Todata, and Gobu Shedan, Gobu Shed, Dinjok Girish Gasun wrong, Dinjok Sheji, Namjuri. Today is a patient said about that Sukangolo Ruchane, Jogi Shunju Tumatana Jubim.
So, and we need to seek their help too. We have to seek them too. Now, when we say personal, the Dharmapala of the teaching, personal, then, for instance, in this case of this teaching, it is the Khetrapala or the Turda in Tibetan, the Turda or the Khetrapala and Kobushe or the four-faced Mahakala. The four-faced Mahakala, which is the personal protector of the Dharma of this very particular teaching, and then we can have the real sight of the Chunjung.
Ane Pao Kando, Nesung Pao Kando, Kala Jeba, Pao Kando, Sala Jeba, Saola Jeba, Sinesung Dere, Nesung La Jeba, Pao Kando, Dungu Chunjung Tombatin Jugori.
Now the Dagas and Dakinis of all three places of space on the land and underneath the land, which are named after Keterin, Bucharin, and Padalcharin, that they all should be seated right in the front, inside the front side of the Chunjung.
That Chunjung Nala Konsare. That Chunjung with Chilo Sajigonapa, Jiden Junguri, Logabala.
And now that fills inside of the Chunjung, that is the reality source. Now the right outside, now you have the Jigten Jongwa or the Lokapala or those who take care of the world.
Chen the Omeni Jizan to Jinajoma Lama Yidan Sanjisudu, Omeni Jizan to Jinajoma Chen Chang, Lama Yidan said the Gane Chen Chang Chuguri, Choji Shikan Chen Chang Chuguri, Ganga Omen Mare, Jinajua said the Rano Susun and the Chen Chang, or Choji Sanja Gane in a Chen Chang, or Dande Nandul Zomne, don't do to set up.
So now when we invoke the Vajrayogini and so on, her group from the Ogmin or the Aknishta Buddha field. From the Aknishta Buddha field, the great Chisundos Neljoma, encircled by the great Chisundos Neljoma and one's guru and meditation deities and chronicles of gurus and so on. Whereas the others also we could invoke from the all 10 directions, Buddha field of the all 10 directions. Whereas when we invoke the Lokapalas, or those who take care of the world, then we invoke from their individual locations wherever they reside.
Jiden Jungwa de la and Chojun Jiden Shinga Ranjan Jungwa, Chojun de Shinjung Sia Tuzula, Jiba DJ Ganga Yore, Bena, La, Lo, Nuejen, Lamayan, Miaji, Jesus, DJ Ganga Yore, Gondu Domeko Naji, Tuzu Chunyu Chilu, Tibabe, such Meduna.
So now in the Lokapala, that you will find them from all 10 directions, Lokapalas of the all 10 directions, from wherever they are. That in the Lokapala you will find that a group of 8 wrathful ones, that which named after as Tekpa, as I translate here, wrathful, and Dikya as the set of 8. That, for instance, like the Raksha and Yaksha and all those things, that you invoke every one of them from their local residence and invoke and seed them around outside the reality source.
And Toma Pio Gola Maranzo Shanja, this Chigo Saluton Keke Yamare, Michini Chiroja Ayumeo. Toma Shamba Techinji Lonibe Nakakama of Santo, Cheba in a Tene, Cheba Naka Rinjabe, Bana Naka Saji Sama Kama Saluton Pugo de Mado, Bemiba Jene.
So now the Toma 2, that if our imagination is just, we can't think anything but what we have arranged on the altar, then that can hardly feast one person or two, right, at most. But we shouldn't be limited on just for that. That we, by the virtue of blessing of that offering, that it is multiplied, that filling the whole space. And also it goes the same thing with the other sets of offerings, that mikpa, that our visualization, or by the enriching and blessing, that filling the whole space, we should extend our offering.
Toma Pia Hadi Meza Arali Honza Hum Baho, Mezara Samaya Don Terishe Ho.
This is the mantra for making
offering.
offering.
De la Omo Sabda Meza Nan Mezuzan Hum Pepe Vesa Meza Arali Hos, Penibu Talajan Biagi, Pesha Kashina Theory.
So,
Yangushi said Jevache, the membership, Agarumunga Saudamana Ayanevenez, Sasung Puni, Dema de Kangal Chevji, Maji Goshone, Agarumunga de Yadramana, some of the future of Majiri.
So now these there's two sets of mantra you can do. The first, the Omahu, with that mantra, so blessed with the
Meza Arali Ho, Zahum Baho,
Meza Arali Ho, Zahum Baho, and
Meza Dragon Samaya Dom Deshi Ho Satire.
So this is the mantra with which you offer, and supplemented by the
Hodi Puguyo, Tisampeshana Theo, the Daji Jevana.
So this is in your long sadhana. Please watch in your long sadhana. And there's other way of offering that is done by accordance with Nguju Yapse, and done that offered to every one of them all together. So this mantra, which just now recited, is accordance with the Ngulchi, which is not in our sadhana, but you will find in other texts that with which we offer the old guests together.
Maransun de Ganzu de Urva. Meza Arali Ho, Zahu, Bahu, Masoya, Dodeshu, Pesha Koranu at the Nanjurva.
So now, the mantra just now said, this is the mantra which we have in our sadhana, and this is the one we say to make our offerings of the dharma.
Chana de Pesha Meve,
Yeah.
Pesha Jugusarigo. Oh, yeah. Chazan de Ganzu de Pesha Korona to Tansa Chasun Dongre. Chasun de the Najumada de Julo Sula, Tomopiam, Red, Tin to Purmari.
So,
Chasun to ya de Dambo getting a Lamas for Purge.
so now we say it the 3 times, and the reason is that the first round we make offering to the one's root guru and lineage gurus who are space above.
This one. Taka sa niba dege yedam doje najuma te taka nibo shi najuma je te taka ni nishu zaji dan go sama je sonju soni chunjo nage te tala yedam judi laso chama le purje.
So now our second round, when we say that mantra, one set complete for the second round, then we make offering to those 37 Vajrayogini, 1 at center, then 4 at the immediate around her, then 32, those like the 24 plus 8 are the doorkeepers and the corner keepers, and around them also we have the meditation deity of the all 4 tantric, 4 levels of tantra. So to them we make the offering.
Ta cha sumba dege chunjo joge chunjo nage suma chunjo suma da nge chunjo nage ne sonje bawo kan tsu purje.
So when we say it for the third round, then we are making offering to the Dharmapalas who are on the rear in of the corner of the Chunjung or the real source, and front corner of the Chunjung, that where we have all other Dharmapalas. All the Dagas and Daginis of the 3 places of the dead space, land, and underneath.
Beza arale hose. Benza
This is the mantra.
Arale ho arale is the ruleware. Rubedo is a ruba tiketona aralire. Doji rulwa ajevare. Ta Thomasu shijo, ta rua ta soda, betelabet lungje betandaruche. Rushi is yaruche. Ho sa tu nibunaro ajevare.
So, Benza Araliho, this is the mantra with which we offer. Benza is the Benza, as you know, and Arali is a Rulwa, which means enjoy or entertain. Rulwa, entertain or the enjoy, and Ho means so, or more or less like please help yourself and enjoy.
Reva tinganzu jije tsora kashina ruwa zu namar zu siyatina yung tin rawre ta wuna za ho ba ho samaya dong deri she ho siyadi kari chena za ho ba ho siya ruwa zu rilu kani ruwa risana za ho ba ho be duzi chinji laba tinya ja duji wasi ki pugu ya chawne ja ki tito liya tila za si gube tiri miwe nal maa chimba ta hung si maa shube tiri tu dang reni be ni sume tu dewa chimu pan riba tila bam si riba tiri ho siya tila tena tu didungi ishi ki tu ni taga shiwa be dewa chimbi be ni be tena tila ho siya wari zawa ba ho siya tila.
So now the how, the following verse, now the Zahum Bambo, the immediate which follows up, that shows how you are to enjoy or entertain with this Dharma offering. Now the Za, it meant that they sip the offering through the straw, and Hung, it passes through the passage of the palm, and so Pam, that it becomes oneness with the mind and induces great bliss that whoever enjoys it. And Ho is Nyeba, that being fully satisfied and enjoyed with the great bliss by the virtue of making that offering.
Samaya Damsiri, Ho Shibani Samaya, Trishia Satiri, Shia Sati, Zishi Satiri, Nyamni Jingon, Zishi Sakri.
So Samaya is the commitment, and Trishya means please watch. So what it meant is Nyamni Kingana Sishi, Nyamni as equipoise, and Sishi as watch. Please watch with the equipoise.
Tade Pishakorandoa. Titsana Umukaga Kai Savaya Charicha Sana Rimut Sanita.
So now the please watch with in state of equipoise. Then that mantra you say twice.
Tadi Chilo in Jidemba to the Puri, Logabalatulia.
So that's being offering to the circles outside that is our Logapala guests.
Tani Tangoya Karesan, Tomu Tundu, Dule, Tachu Javlo is a Duce. You, those young Goji, Choshi, you can sell Puri. Never digish, some Jibutile, Yagoji Puri.
So when we made the 2 rounds, the first round we make the offering to the those who are seated on 4 cardinal directions in a counterclockwise, and with the second round of saying the mantra, we make the offering for those who are seated on the sub directions in a clockwise direction.
The Pusatilla Mamuyo, Jidemba Mamuyori, Kaka, Kai, so she, so Sula Laguna, Kaka, Kai, Sawayacha Sidu, Nigeri.
So, sorry,
Racha Sidu Simburi.
So, please, that guess, now the little guess, like the first is the Nujin or the SSS Yakcha, and second one is all the Rakshas.
So Racha, Takare, Buddha and Jumburi, Pirta Idari.
Buddha is Jumbo.
Bishops and Shazari.
And Auspretha is the hungry ghost, and Pushasa is Shasa, or one who lives on flesh. So next 2 are called in Tibetan Nuche, one who inflicts harm. So, sorry, not inflicting harm, but one who drives insane, and one who drives the So, now in short, there are about 11. You know, we got for instance like those who drive crazy, and that which causes unconsciousness, and collection of the 100 and Mamo as again another section of the such a group. So in short, I think if you count, we should have around 9 to 11, but there are 11 of them.
Ta agam badi chopa puri, meza yogin sapari ora agam badi me pividu shanda badi pu.
So
Meza yogin sapari, meza yogi doji khanu mare, doji nejo mare. Meza yogi is doji nejo mache.
So with agam badi and so on, we make the offering of those 8 sets. So set of 8, and then the Vajrayogini, that's as you know, doji khandruba.
Doji nejo mache. Meza yogini.
Vajrayogini, the doji nelchoma.
Oh yeah, ndrangu so sapari ora sidu kodan che mache.
the Vajrayogini Saparivar, which meant that along with her family.
도진에 좀 코던 제발라도 주에 셔진도 도베 샤다바도 푸 루무바도 녀르제 푸.
So now the old Vajrayogini, along with her family members, or the family or the circle of the guests, that we make the offering beginning with the first two sets of water to the shabda, the sound.
다 중국 창마도 표죠. 다 대고데 맨자 요근 사바리오레 오마 아 홍스도 라모로도 좀 주네. 야, 저 강가리야 나셔 표죠. 되지.
Vajrayogini Saparivar Om. With that mantra, we make the inner offering, and that is the making of inner offering to the generation of the Lhamo Rodojima, that the goddess, that one who offers the teas, and she offers inner offering to the old guests.
Oh yeah. 다 쳐봐다 나셔리 송. 다 떠봐 제고래. 양 떠봐 제주 잔베 랑게베 나나주메 상송의 연대 전에 대바 친구 전에 대배고네 떠워래. 한 제로 주고래. 대바 매와 간 떠라 동기되는 백마래.
So now next is the Tepa, or the studi, or the praises, the words of praises or the compliments, that it has to be sincere with faith, otherwise one does not get any benefit.
바덴도지 카누마스야.
So as it says, Paladin Doji Khandoma, the most majestic, the Vajra, the Guineas.
반대 세드잔데 돈이 있으면 이시지 오인바스 그래. 벨리시아데 대동게 뭐로 고고래. 너진은 저마데 째줘나 대동 이시레마도 바지게 나라소이 미스로 드레게 야바지 말해.
So the Belden or the Shiri belong to the family of the Vajra, as there are 6 families like the Lotus Vajra, as being the family of the Vajra, so Vajra.
반대 너지 카누마스도 전에 근데 카누마스야 된다데 나 산제 추 탐제가 라신 동반이게 나칼라 토바메바 로인자 산제가 추구래.
So
동반이지 나칼라 토바메바 로 이시게 오인자 카누마하죠.
the Khanduma or the Dagini, which meant the one who walks through the space, that which meant space here, that the way to in-hand existence of all phenomena, that mind walking right across that way to in-hand existence of the all phenomena. So that's the mean, that because of that it's named. And reason that the Guinea is that in conventionally, as they walk through the space, they're named as the Guinea, but by the virtue of going through the space does not qualify a person or anything to be at the Guinea, since birds also take that passage.
먼저 나가데 말에 동반이었어요. 추 탐제 그 딩거랑지 동반이었어요. 추 탐제 고 동반을 봐. 대인자 동반이지.
So
대만이자도 고초를 되는 조 동반이는 그걸 조쳐야 돼요.
That but kind of space we are talking about here is not the ordinary space, but space of the lack of in-hand existence of all phenomena, and we could say that space as both truth, that's the conventional as well as ultimate, but principle as principle. So thus we take that space for the ultimate truth or the lack of in-hand existence of all phenomena.
다 동반이 나가는 루켄데 바 도진나주면 투 이시 추지고데 투그 이시데 동반이라 토바메반 로스 룰루데 토바메반 로스기요.
So that one which walks through that space of the lack of inherent existence of all phenomena is the very mind of the Vajrayogini. And the style where she walks is that unobstructed or unintervened by anything, the right through.
Tokwa meba siya kari sikiris, to jaya meba sikiris, to jaya tong gane jaya jiyoris, to jaya la sung yori.
So when we say unintervened or unhindered, that unhindered, then what kind of hindrance we're talking about? What kind of block? That there can be 3 hindrances or 3 blocks.
Ji to, yu to, mi to, sung yori.
So those 3 blocks could be deep as the obscurational block and conditional block or an objective block.
Ngara tsu sugu de, go dang rugu udong, go ma shindu saragame dunga, te tsibal to jaya de kare.
So our body, that we can't get out other than the door, because we can't get out through the wall, we get stuck.
Sanje jang sin da do jine yume go de tsibal to jaya ya mare.
But their body of the Buddhas, they can't be blocked by the wall. They can just pass right through.
Tsibal to ma jang ruwa tsamla hali jiyo mare, pasiba tsu to jiyo mare.
But that shouldn't be a great surprise to anybody, since even Buddha beings, they can pass through the walls without any problem.
Da mi ba, da yu la mi to chari, mi yu, pe na ngara tsu, sanglu ji ko yung du, sanglu to na thama chi, sanglu tong de du, yama shingu mare, yama tsun jam tingi che le du guri.
So now the unhindered.
Pena nga tsu, mi ga zu la da de du, mi ga zu thong gire ma to, mi ga da thugu mare, chin thongu mare, yu yama thugu mare, rang yun zingire, yu yama zingu mare. Te yu la to mare.
So there are 2 others, like the Yultopa. Yultopa means objective hindrance. Now, for instance, our eyes can only see a visual object, but can't hear the sound. And our ear can hear the sound, but can't see the visual objects. So this is because of the objective obscuration.
Sanje dan doji ne juma sanje rewa sanje ge mi ge chu tham chen jingre am jo ge chu tham chen jingre na ge jingre lu ge jingre ri men be sim ge jingre shiba chamu chashe ji ge chu tham chen de gre.
Objective block, I would say, objective block. And whereas for the Buddha, that every single awareness can comprehend above the all phenomena, like his visual cognition can cognize all phenomena, and so can his mental cognition. Our subtlest of subtle mental cognition can cognize the all phenomena to the Buddha.
Ngarazo khani ke shegre zugu ge she sing mare kuda che no ma do sanje ge be shayne gare ke skar sunji yoba kuzu ge sungre senson sunyi ge sungre peje jeju ge sungre u zu do ge sungre do ga bu je zu do no sung do de shi wa ta je zu do jo do ga bu je o de ne de 파다르 자도 산제 그 손이 지 손야 되라 뒤제 너도 다 샬라게 송그리 싱글로마게 송용그리 산제 최트서 되네 인자 다가나 고다 송다 투 송자 내가 찍으리.
So whereas for the Buddha, that whatever his speech, that he can perform same acts by his body, that his body can speak as well as give the teachings from the mouth, as well as from his body, from the mouth, as well as any of the 32 or the 80 major and minor signs, and in the same way they can teach by the walls through his blessings, And so thus that his act is for the body, speech, and mind are one, that they all can perform equally upon the all phenomena.
샤니 산제 고당 순도 투 숨부디게 차례 가르치 나오고 니주거리 체육 조리매게 분수계의 지회 준비고 분수계의 지회 준비 송 분수계의 지회 준비 투 마디 시제 타인주의를 공하고 타인주의를 공하 송 타인주의를 공하 투 마디 시제 지에 집고 마디 시제 지에 집에 송 마디 시제 지에 집에 투 어도 쓴된 거요.
So thus that for the Buddha, all the activities of the body, speech, and mind, they can be also performed by a single mind. The body can perform all the acts of the speech and mind, as well as the mind can perform all the activities of the speech and mind as well. So, the speech and body. Thus, that verse which begins with the shortest graded path to enlightenment, that first prayer, it can be well said in such manner, whose body, which is product to the millions of the virtuous activities, whose speech, which is product to the millions of virtuous activities, and whose mind, which is product to the millions of the merits, and whose body, whose speech, which fulfills the hope of millions of sentient beings, whose body fulfills the hopes of millions of sentient beings, and so does his mind, which fulfills the hopes of millions of sentient beings, and whose body comprehends the millions of the all phenomena, and whose speech comprehends the whole phenomena, and whose mind which comprehends all phenomena. So all attributes go for a single consciousness.
나라도 산제 하마고 인자 산제 가줄에 더두지. 산제 고트 거래지는 세상 손이 빼제제지 때바지마도 상고고요 말. 산제 고때와다 세상 준비 제바레바데 공부 주바지 주자도 신진의 팬토 신시 산제가 주바도 토바요 말. 가서면 알리 내주면 주바 사공주를 셰임바. 노셰임바. 그 산제가 주바리.
So like for us now, sometimes our thoughts are so limited that our attitude or our comprehension or conception of the Buddha as such is even less than human, that we can't conceive of him anything more than what we see of him, something with a major and minor sign. That if necessary, if it is the call for the need for a sentient being at the right time, he can appear in any form and shape, that without any difficulty or without any block. And so I told you yesterday about a story about the restaurant, right, which disappeared. And so that a restaurant where the Gishi lived for a year, and those two ladies, they were also Buddha's emanation. So was the restaurant, so was the food Gishi ate. The two was the emanation of the Buddha. So now since he refused to go up, offer to come to Kajaland, then the tuba, the emanation, it merged, right? That there was no emanation, but again he was given a gift of that golden bucket with the ladder in, and that too is emanation of the Vajrayogini or the Buddha, but it functions at the convention level because he could make the use of that bucket as a gold, it functions as gold, and it works as gold.
Today, it's a Saji Tribal Toyo, Mari.
So there's no block.
We are given Legacher Mugo, Pesha, those two rochen, the song here.
So,
Yeah.
so there's
Susu later give a Jenny Gore, Sanjay Tribe, Betlen Julia, the Ran Judaba in Zongore.
so so now all these are the Buddha can appear in any form, but we might feel that if such is the power of the Buddha, then I wish, he will give me lots of money so that I don't need to work and enjoy myself. But it doesn't work that way, though, because that
Sanjay Tribal, Sanjay Samuton, maybe Daga regiment or Sansandachi. Sanjay two chamber ishi under your residue, Ishing of Mida Shenzi. Matushen Yoba, Sami Ishi, the same Ishi, the Shingo Mari. Ready, Ta Ali, Yamashe woman to Songo Rule. Tayani, Toba Maba, Siade, Toba de Zibarabinal Toja, and the Jibal Mitoba, Jitos, Toja Minuke, Chixie, Miba the Mitoba, Yula Mitobas, Toba Maba Sungu Tanyori. No Sanjay chamber the Miba the Mito. Chile me de Miba, me that which is all the Zigi and the Chanting, 2 times issue. Miba Chile, Tombanero, Pomaru Chile, Migi and 2 times Mishu. Miba Chori, you Chori Yamare. Some change but the Zizi, but the Mimi body. Says a Toba Meva, Yulan drawings, and Nakala Toba, Tomanji Nakala, Chamber Toba Meva drawings, Kandro Chever, Kanuma.
so
I then doji Kanuma.
so now one has to have the right karma, right? Karmic bind or the lege, which we say that the karmic fortune to be linked with the virtuous conduct of the Buddha in such manner. When those two then when there's two ends meet, then everything works. Then everything works on our way. So on our side, we should have the fruition of the right karma for that opportunity. Then as long as that is present, then there's no block upon the sight of the Buddha. Whenever one is ready, he is ever present. For instance, in our case, that our conception about Buddha is so limited that when we talk about his wisdom, kaya, that we can barely count the 5 consciousness or 5 wisdom. That's just about it. But we do not know even the 21 sets of the Buddha's wisdom, the 21 group of 21 sets of Buddha's wisdom, and so on, that we don't even know them in accounting, So as I told you that there are 3 kinds of blocks where one can get stuck: that object and the condition and the obscuration, right? Whereas the Buddha's mind is free from all 3 of them. For instance, condition, or object, that if one is focused one's attention on the visual sight, like the form, in the same way his visual sight can comprehend upon all phenomena simultaneously that moment. He sees that object as well as his mind can comprehend all phenomena, whereas ours can perform only consecutively or one at a time, and such is limitation of our own body. So ours are just very partial. We can understand only partial or barely the portion of it, whereas Buddha's mind, even a single awareness, can understand the totality of all phenomena. And so because of this reason, that his mind, which could comprehend through the space of the lack of inherent existence without any block, so thus Dagini is named.
It is one. But then the Kanman is one. The Kandumayu Kulu Juruji, Siniba.
So
Kandumayu Kulu Jurusudi, Kanduma Ringaja somewhere, so should you, so ri chuba de ri shil ri ngal be on jur khen ri gi zore cha ta tene ji ma ma she ji men ta go de re kanu ma yu kholi jur stir.
So the Kandumai Koluju, second one, now the Dagini, one who has power over all the other Daginis, or the Kolu, there are 6 families.
Ri nga ri sung ri jasya ri tre penar ja ri nga sig du ta ri nga bu ba yo chen ri ja yo ri sama lo go chod jur ba de adam doji ri dire ten zang ri je cha da do chang sig yo ba de ja da na jo kong yang doji ri gang ge zo yin zang ka no ma ko li jo ru che yi xi nga de ha ko che da yi xi nga yo yi xi nga chun xing yo no no da bi xi nya ba yi xi se ya ge yi xi nga da den ba su de sang je le ma do yi xi nga yo ma re yi xi nga de ku su ni su de chu go long gu zhu chu long zhu song la ku song ja wa yin zang chu ku xi ja de chu go le ni ja go re ngo ni go da yi xi chu ni ku ni su dong ja ne chu go che long gu zhu go che ku su ni su sang je re yi xi nga de ku su ni
So second line, it says, as it says that the emperor amongst all the Dagini, maybe we can say that, emperor, Koluju as emperor, that because that she being the pinnacle amongst the all 6 families of the Daginis, and also the that you say, like sometimes we address the gurus like the head of the hundreds of family. That's what it meant, the emperor of the hundreds of family, which means the topmost, the most topmost amongst all the family. So she being the Vajrayogini, being the top of the all. And in the next line, that it says the Yishingadan, the possessing of the 5 wisdoms, and Kusumni, which means that, and who has also attained the 3 kayas of the body. He also 3 kayas of the Buddha. The 3 kayas are here, the Dharmakaya, Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya. But when we count 4 kaya, the Dharmakaya has 2. There's Jnanakaya and Swabhavikaya in it. So that will make it 4. So when we count 4 kaya, then the Swabhavikaya, Jnanakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya.
Then draw chola cha celos, draw chobla cha celon, draw the current drawers, na. Zunzil Namdo Jiji Lung Umata, the Rujani Gadan Run, Zuzig Nato, you call Chamdever, and Kangalo. Ta Punge, Cheloge, Joy Undu, Rujani, Tanta Dunta Dujani Gelung to Su, the Rodun, Umana Shujune, Zunzig Ju, Namdo Lung, Rujana Roa the Chief, Be Rujana Roa the Su Job, the Omen all the shows on the Geniki Chayon is a Sanjay and Rugur Kalegale. She's a roll Jola Chaselos, Tiri.
And so I make prostrate, the last line it says, I make prostrate to that who protect the migratory, is clear? Migratory. The migratory, in a sense, door, the moving, okay, moving. The moving, that the reason we wander about or migrate in the worldly existence is because of the flow of the wind in the left and right channel and the carrier of our conceptual thought, the Sunzing Namdo, that carrier of our conceptual thought of the subject and objects. So as she is the one who helps us to direct all that wind, wind carrier, which flows in the right and left channel, which carry the mind of our conceptual mind of the subject and object into the central sushma, upon which we are able to destroy those conceptual mind and enable us to receive the bliss, simultaneously generated great bliss and void. That as the entry of the wind inside the central channel is the sign or the herald of the sight of the wisdom of the non-duality of bliss and void. So thus that and destroying the old flow of the wind into the 72,000 of other nadis and directing them all in the central channel. So that's why we make prostration to the one who protect from the migratory.
This one.
I should try to just.
That Jinye Doji Kanoma, go to Tobe Jingribe. Jingri, Cherry. Jingriba. They don't that delay just serves joy, that Hako woman do. Jinye Doji Kanoma, Doji Najuma Jig Trubal in a some Jimaja, Sijig Tranda Yamale, Hala Lanovo, Sijale Mamma, the Junior, the Zegio in the Peche Dredges, Jinye Doji Kanomas.
In the second verse, the first one, it says multiple dojikhandomas, which meant that even the emanation of the dojikhandoma or the Vajrayogini exceeds the number of the sentient being itself could, because that there are so many of her emanations working for the beings.
Tango Zeta, which is no Kochora, Kondo Tobe Chingju, Kondo Chiwa de la, Chiwa Raba, Nyomu to Suni, Zumba Pacha Maluba, Pachaki Padure. Or did have a Kondo with Chiwa Job at Zeba Kurang Chaletire. Najo Magazine Kondo with Chiwa Juatiro. Kondo Tobe Chiwa the Job at the Kurang Chalet, Tenangio, Sinja Sanja Salajaviore. Then is a Kondo Chiwa Majiva Sanja Homari. Kondo with Chiwa Chu and the Sanja Rugiore.
And second line there in Tibetan, it says, one who destroys the bind of the old conceptuals, kunto, or the conceptuals. So that's, for instance, like the kunto here, mainly what it meant is all the delusions, beginning with like the 3 persons delusions way down to the seat of all the delusions. The one who frees the sentient beings from the bind of the old conceptuals, like for instance, like the 3 persons delusions way down to the seat of that. That is her duty. That is why she is here for, to destroy the delusions and help the sentient beings get freedom from all these delusions.
That Kondo emotion cover chigre. Peshachita Manuna, Togba Sakare, Monsum Kare. Togba Telauna, Miver Tobas Karichio, Jirej Toba Krisiers, Hakumari. Toba Seadive, number Tobas, Namto Seatile, Mogo Namto Malon Searchil, Duja, Shibukodo, Tindea Mari. Monsum to Madura Lukanga Condore. Kondo Singed Yoga Kamala, and Chuta Yamosudo Majuro in the Condore. Kondo Singed de la Tasha, which on the Kondo de la Be, Numutu Sunki Charchu, Kondo Jejula Sobatinde. Tayang Arazabe, Nyantuka Namto Sabe, Kinyazi, Konga, Konga Dai, Konga Roy, Konga Pai, Konga Mai, Sambalo, the Kondo Riore. Condore, so. That didn't know that Dashindawa Chigi, Kondo de la Teneo is a Kondo Job Chabala, Kondo Tobe Sing Judging, Kondo Jingni, Chadon Monsu Jingni, Kuana Dedebra. So you may Chale, Sing Kuan coding as Chadon Monsu Journey, Sanji Salajaviori. Kondo Tobe Sing Judging teaching that.
So now again here becomes a big subject once again to remind you that Kunto. Please, I think it should be translated as conceptual, that all the conceptuals, destroying the bind of all the conceptuals. Or is it?
Jiden
conceptual.
Jawe Rinju Masa Kondo Joba Tele Jiden and Genda Jenibe, Chisuda Mantuba Tele Trude Mugume, Be Sija Sudan Suina Kodan Dara Nyanyo, Kodan Tumba, Tereji Juba Yinza, Chaba Jela, Chajin to Tru, Shidang Jela, Shidang Jen to Tru, Dimu Jen to Tru, Tere Yudo, Tanju Sultana, Sanji Jubaso. Tata Ana Jenajuma Tere, Chaji Jibun Dua, Chavi Chaba Major, Chabi Sulzeva Sadu. Tene Gujuba Yordan, Tene is a Jiden Javeri Juma Sapage, that Tenejil Coing, Jidema Tomer Juba Gone, Jideji, Koyazawa Juba Zeva Inza Ingresa, Tenia Nala Chaselos, near Kajumu, no Dajina Sanja in a Kujuba de la Sanja ni Becharida, Tundu Sunshi Juyore. Or the Negibato Yain, Tazo Jews, some of the Chasigo, Chini, Dojikama Gondo, Jiden Javeri Juma, Tenia Nala Chaselos. Yeah.
So that conceptual, the word conceptual is just very tough. That, for instance, that what is Nieto and what is Jetin and so on, all these things becomes a very tough subject, that, and also about the Namto, which is sometimes translated as the conceptual, but also sometimes as superstition. But what is concept in the first place? That everything which we do not have a direct perception, the direct apprehension, direct correct apprehension of the object, that all those others are the concepts, right? So those concepts of the three personal solutions and so on. So there is many as 80 on their sides, and then, for instance, the concept of that he is my friend, he is my enemy, he is my father, he is my mother, so she is my mother, and all these things. This is my belonging, this is that. All these concepts that, as she enables us to cut the root of all these concepts, and concept itself is again a big subject which we should try to study. So, the destroying all the concepts of the three personal solutions and their seeds and so on, and the way she helps sentient being is not like something appearing contradictory to that per person, but in a way looking very harmonious with that person and in concordance with the behavior of that sentient being or that disciple. And like if he is very passionate, appearing passionate, if full of anger, and in such a skillful means helping the sentient beings, and sometimes in the form of Buddha to the little birds and the deer or so on, all kinds, and appearing for the well-beings or benefiting sentient being. So to all those multiple emanation of all the dakinis, and I made prostration.
Tā tīwā tā tāyā jewa tī tūn tū kāntī siyā kachū shēsāng tāyā pōnlōng sārī, pōnlōng tī ndōng gōrī, pōnlōng tī nima rī sārī rī tōng kī yīnā, anī shikā kachū mī jī sū sūngwa shēshī yōrī, kōrāng rāng kī shēshī nā yōrī.
So now the next prayer is named after Shesang Tawa, which means that a prayer to be able to have the vision of the venerable Vajrayogini, and so it has Sheshi, which means that we have a promise by her that whoever says that prayer then will be led to the Kaju land. So that is a prayer to have the vision of the venerable lady.
다등에라 내가 쇼토바미도 시장 고요 고그래 전에 민도 너무 지금 타에 제외 되던 데가는 세지미 주지연 차발레스야디 하고 그래 타에 제와스 타에스 좀 매봐 타에니베 지야 매봐 나게 타다냐 봐서 그래.
So now to begin with the prayer, the first tae means that infinite, that which incalculable, that infinite or incalculable.
나게 타다냐야 되베 하정의 뭐고 인자 심지에 나게 타다냠도 요리 아니 다가나 상제에 나게 타다냠도 요리 대도 타에 여와죠 여수도 상제래 나게 타다냐베 상제에 저 타예베 상제 타에 제외 대동 누가 상제 탐지가 도 대동이 서베 이시 되게 누가 쳐버려죠 다양히
the drama of all the infinite Buddhas who has like space like itself, the number of, just as the number of sentient beings are the innumerable like the infinitude of the space itself, so is the number of the Buddha infinite like the infinitude of the space itself. So the bliss and void wisdom of all the infinite Buddhas in the form of drama, it says.
drama chavnye suresana duga chavnye te dedong ishi dire sanje tanje to dedong ishi ji rang re ku ji chav jaba de la be thai ba ba na ga de nyama ji ba chav jaba re duga.
So it meant the one who performed the drama. Now one who performed the drama is the wisdom of non-duality of bliss and void, that wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void of all Buddhas, and that is the actor who performed this drama.
Thai jave dedong dugarnis dedong ge chawya gen dugar te kanero jiwaresana sishi mi shui jiware duga ta ken sui taware tongken sui tongwaresana sije tamje si chogure be lama chibo tamba gishi toba chen ruba tuso nanjo ba ruba nyale che ken toba yaze ele son shezi yungure sanje jegure janchu sema jegure kanga sanje ge dedong gen dugare 인주 대동 이시에 가셔라 상제 된 거래 가실 장주 심발 동거래 가셔라 수지오 동거래 가셔라 마다베 신전 동거래 가셔라 상원대발 통인도 가셔라 지제래 가셔라 가지오 말에 가셔라 지전도 말에 사람들다 뭐 또나 여바데 대동 이시 지고래 대자 가지오 말에 강가로 상제 타제 두 지고래 상제 두 지바마도 투주 타데베 상제 여 말에.
So the drama performed by the wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void, which is the mind of all the Buddhas, that which is enjoyed or which has entertained all the Buddhas, all the Buddha sons, and also the wonderful practitioners, and in short we can say all sentient beings, see that to a great extent. And those great highly venerable practitioners, geshis, and lots of them have seen and so on. So to some, that wisdom, non-duality, bliss and void acted in the form of the Gosamaja, to some like a Yamantaka, to some Aryatara, and to some in other form, in some in the figure of the Buddha, and to some in other of form of master, so that they appear to their disciples, but one who really acted is the wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void, which has performed all these. So agent behind every one of them is the wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void, who is the Vajrayogini herself.
Sanje kanga michi ki suru. Marang zo sanje sona. So
when one attains enlightenment, everyone, the old Buddhas becomes one, the one body, one speech, and one mind.
Pena disong yore. Lomare na chu ri yung yore. Kashen ma chu chimbu yung kashen chu chunju kashen chu kangala ba chunju. Chu yani naso kashen chu yago kashen chu be chu doja na be nasa yungi kashen na chu be chi timang yamba khakim tene name naso chu yungor chu dusu na socha mabu de thugu yo mari chu khore chung sungsa socha nyu de sare chu de la yani naso chi yungu yo re daga na jang arang zu sa ma je gong la yuan den chung ju che sinje mangu de je ma do sinje nyu de pen thugu yo re.
That, for instance, like as an illustration, that in a small village or in a valley, there can have several creeks or brooks flowing nearby, and every one of them could differ with each other in their sizes, quantity of water flows in, and quality of the water, and content, the kind of creature they live in, and in some there are lots of the different species of the animals who are in, but the quantity of the animal they live in are very few, that they can't live long, so they can't hold much. They're very few in quantity, and so also it differs in the quality. In the same way, before we're enlightened, we can't reach so many people at a time or so many beings at a time. And some are even undrinkable, and they are poisonous water. So in the same way, before we are enlightened, that some people are really rough and have a very negative mental stream, and unripe, unwholesome, and their actions are also very rough.
강가 초는 초지거래 자수지기 나도 쇼송도 초지 추지 로지 야니요 말에 신제만부 자수나도 신제레 망가지 요 말에 신제바도 매바게 되세 신제만고를 팬통에 들이서 말에 다가 나지 알아줘베 삼바야니 연대 치주나면 다소 레바디 나시지를 야야야 레서 상제가 살래 상제소는 심매지바 이시지바 제바지바 틀레지바 시제 탐지기 녀소를 준로 레소네 도디잖아 베테소네 저저mon고 어디 소요 도디잖아 소야데 파신티베 노래 상가 대발레 대회장 알라라 상제상 지지버리.
So when all those water flows and finally join the great ocean, that they all mingle with each other, and then in terms of quality and in terms of the beings they can hold together, and everything becomes one, very uniform, because that they have shared one taste, and they all can hold that they can hold they all can together hold the large quantities of the creature and so on. That's kind of analogy given in Sutra Alankara by the Maitri Buddha, that when we become enlightened, then we all become of the same mental stream. That whereas the Sutra Alankara is accordance with Sutrayana, and in Tantrayana it even excels that.
상가 대별로 집어 매는 아주 다바리시 교환디 녀도다 지선 좀만 루주니 루아지자 말이봐 지선 교환디 녀다 저 아니 네 가르세 사강갈 세대용지 제레스용 루주니 루아지자 말 틴루야요 말어티 제레스당 알아서 주카가 제리고는 만루버리 지난 주 집어 이모리.
So we when enlightened, everybody shares the same mental stream, that otherwise then every prayer we make, that won't be possible to actualize that goal. For instance, by the very creation of this virtue, may I be able to actualize the Avalokiteshvara state, and also may all sentient beings, without living may all sentient beings attain his abode as well. When we pray like that, then if we share separate mental stream, then that can never become one.
안 산제 단제 대동가도 그렇지 산제 단제 투 대동이 이시데 한 세제가 더나라베 남미라 망부 땡고 중요해. 배타 초월 땡요 라시월 땡요 라시에 망부 차 망부 땡요 세지 자닐 땡요 다가 나지 장수 심바 남민들 땡요 수주 남민들 땡요 타메바 남민들 땡요 Penanajo me Juba Kashi in Bepeme, Zippo, Pango, Jambu, London, Jobu, Sherry, Gengo, Shicho Tindebe, Talujo Mongdo, Tindenaman, Tanso, Tema Iza, Tai Jeve, they don't do it, Moze Jona, Sanje Tam, they don't eat it. Tin do got about the Chojadu, do got to do Michige, Chikon, Sanda Chu, the Jehu in Kasha, Yang Yajo, Yambajuko, the Mami in Kasha, Damita Day you want to run on, they came Michigre. The Rana give Zaza, the Sanje, Zaza, the Latro, Latro, Shiva, Zaza Jaju Simon, Zaza, the Job, Tano, as a Drum Sheva, Nal Chajane, the Job to the Duaje, Amagamu Palon, Dengishin Duate, Shishi Zana. Terimpa long among La Sadi Sony Noni, Pomo du, Pomonga, Pomo Suje, and Gishing Juachiva, to this, Kajumin, Ben Dugacha, correct, Ben Dugaje. Tana, and Ganaineda, G. Sijara do Duvetala, Jada, Redata, Zinda, Samada, Soda, Combata, Sayato, Jujala, Kali in a true in the bed. Tinega do the Duga Taiba, Ya Siva, Masiva Quedu, number Tanso, the Barata Raya, Maransu, the Tau does the Truba Mongiori. Ya Shiva Chajan, Shivanya, they told they can Chajane, Sanje Johnson Truba, the Samji Mishava Dioza, Siji Mitri and Charvales, Siva the Shiva, Mitri de Vesurube, Sozun Jumeva, Mamuyori. The Messias and the Sesson Ayomaris, Siji Mitri and Charvales, yeah.
So, the emanation or the drama that of the wisdom non-dual, the bliss and void, in all these forms of the drama or the emanations which it appears to the sentient beings, like sometimes in the most wrathful deities, sometimes very peaceful deities, sometimes in the form of the Buddha figures, and so on, or sometimes even like a leper. There are lady with acute leprosy problem, or sometimes like the looking very sick, and sometimes very shabby and beggarly, and sometimes royal, and so on, and sometimes like the in all kinds of forms and shape, like just as an actor, that sometimes he comes as king. In a costume of king and ex-king. Then again, next moment, he changes the costume and comes as a soldier. The same person. At one role was a king, and another role plays as soldier. In the same way that I told you a story yesterday about Gishi, has a story about Gishi, one who saw an extremely poor old Amala that who was begging for the buck or the barley powder dough, and living on it, and also looking very stupid, and so on. And also the following day, that she appeared again in the form of 7 girls, and next day 5 and 3, and so on. All those are the drama. All those are not the act of the Vajrayogini in order to benefit that Gishi. So, and sometimes if necessary as a bird, if necessary as a bridge, that whatever was suitable and neat for the time, the appearing in a most inconceivable way, that in such a way that in both in state of the worldly as well as the transworldly, that which we almost can't believe our own eye, of what an act it could produce by that wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void, that sometimes appearing even worse than, much worse off than oneself, whereas sometimes the great Buddha or fully fully enlightened. So there is such a sishimitu, which means that such a projection of the great emanations created, and which is the wisdom of non-duality, bliss and void.
That in the 다에 제외 대동 누가네 시지미 주지양 차려가지고 몽고 되네 요래 되네 요이서 상모로 야보다 제미 상제래 수수소다고 사대 제바디 다링이 내가서 말에 저지도 쇼사티 되네 몽고 여배노나 술수다 위이나 대인들이 가져오면 요마스 다링이 배려지도 제자손 군주고 수어더리 매 지도 제사데 가져오면 세지 자니게 나바지 대랑이 있죠 어처럼이 된데 가져오면 니네 전로 니 타반 저런 전에 소다고요 아니 니네 전로 된데 가져오면 영마 니네 전로 처베 지게 종선에 꼴을 쳐봐도 제와 친구도 가 친구고 예수 종로 나와죠.
So that amidst all these great emanations you could produce by the wisdom and non-duality of bliss and void, which almost one can hardly believe one's eyes in the both in state as worldly and transworldly, but at this moment the one I desire most, or my secret wish, is none of those but the very single focused on the most most beautiful Kachuma, who appears in the one face and two arm and at the guinea. So for you, I long for this, or I miss you from the depth of my heart. Tenno, miss, I miss you from the depth of my heart. So thus please alight in front of me and to the embrace and the sincere compassion, and embrace me and take care of me. This is the first line.
다시로같이 된다들 다원데 수화다 뭐네 전에체베 내주에 주발 타예버 요르데 당 알아서 데리베 수화다서 돈을 제저 될 도마 부셔바 부 다수화다네 더사데 내주마데 상로야고 돈네베 될라 단 타예자원 마도 아니 제주마 조선데 다다 시자다자 다고지 치도수 마다 시자다자 다고지 치로스 쉬어야 되어 티리 상제사를 야로지 제월다 어디 쉬어야 돼다 지지 이지고는 수었던 더기이나 세종다의 문홍승인데 로주 세주열에 레버제 우준다 시랑고루 그래 유샤시고 들었지 되네이자 리 세종다의 문홍사님을 차르더기이나 아니 지존에 좀 코로나게 지수 중기 인생은 제가 행게 남았잖아 공기 세지 나요래.
So now after making all those offerings and then this praise or prayer, if you say it, that as the author writes that to you the one, there's one I have, one I really wanted or one I really miss from the depths of my heart is the Venerable Vajrayogini with one face and two arms, and so request you to take charge of me. So this prayer, if we say after making all those prayers and offerings, and then saying this prayer, which is titled as the prayer to be able to see the noble face, and it is said that one author who wrote this prayer, that to him the Vajrayogini prays that or promise that whoever says it will be taking care of me, or Jesusung, which means I will take up or I will take care of that who says this prayer.
다들 저소나 도다기 도마디 가서들이 표현 배찬들이 매바친도와 지초나리요. 도다 도마 표 도는 표 술라 마토네 겨요 말 지답나라 요리 오메디션 답에 보러는 시야기 도마 되나라 도다 요리 오메디션 답에 보러 메셔디 지답고 도마리 대 인지 미지 표고야 요 말이 야 지답 도마디 다제 예매고를 표샤네 리기 요리 가봐 표표리 니마를 사를 표기 있나 말아도 소모 마목이 지나 쇼요 인자 소마 수출래 두주켈레 랑가 쳐도 제주켈라 라메고늘라 지나 쇼도 되래 다 쳐도지 마제는 수수 켈레 대자 아니 칠레도 가보 말이 There is a Pachi Church, Chegu, the in the church at the La Chidok, then some Kashikashi, or when the gent have a pardon, Sangobu, Kurtangobu, Shajida, and the Tekarina Regime Mada, Inchu Mada, Jangsida, Tordada, Otrio, Chavaujan Karu, Yudan, Siatima, Todare. Tenema, Solo Choto, then some sauce, then some Yonzo, the series. Rasu, Jena Toner, Matoner, Sanjay Devason, Suma, Yonzo, Sanlodon, Kanga, Pugu, Samba Cheshana, Pechi, Kucho Lugre, Solo Choto, Jetan Sunso, Druso Deno, Lameka Sunchi, Solo Choto, Nesugu, Chogu, Suchogu, Jetan Sun Kanga Choguyus. Druso Deno, Drugu, Dengu, Sutengu, Sudruguyus, Nelameka Sun Sutengu, Druguyus, Druso Deno, Lameka Sunchi. Dodo Gulo, Najur, Neta, Nakani, Burgu, Chujun Sumos, Tele Drusa, Gugu, Sula Gugu, and Burgus, and again, Najur, Della, Neta, Suma Sauce, and Burgus. Dodo Gulo, Najur, Rimba Suji, Trevor Trisu, Saga Six and Jushos, Jilisho, somebody which had a Hanabe, then. But Tata Rimba Suji, the Journey, Tomashika Peshos, Chevery. The Negi Pure is a Tobu Chujun Chichu, the tea, Gocho Dure, on the teachers, that Tobu it is over. Tomo Pure, the Tomo Zutuna, so Tomo Zumato Palirisham, Kake, Mene, anyway, Yidrich, Yigib, Trubach and Yigba, Riodovich, Mibach and Pune, the men and the Kameri, Chogri. Yogi Yogila Pune Kashan.
So, what we request for, after this prayer, when we are through with this prayer, then we again make a fold a hand and make 3 requests that to the Venerable Lady, that we may always be taken to the Buddha field or the Kaja land, and that we sincerely, which meant please help us to attain the state of enlightenment. And now in the following lines, now we have the chichu, which means the general offering for all the assembly of the Dhammapalas, and we should do that because when we obtain when we obtain the initiations of the Dharmapala, that we are promised before the Lama that on our side, as our duty, we will honor the Dharmapala and make the chu as offering and tu as praises. We will say them, and they have promised before our Lama that they will protect us and extend the virtuous conduct of the Chile. So it is their duty that they will extend the virtuous conduct, and it becomes our honor that also which we need honor to make the offering and the praises towards them. Now all this chichu or the general offering of the Dharma to the assembly of all these Dharmapalas, as in the text, that it contains all it includes all the, like Magala, like Kuru and Shell and Rejima and Inchuma and so on, that every one of them are named there. And in short, we can say that all the Dharmapalas, that who to you I make offerings, and to you I make offering, and to you I make the request, and to you I try to actualize truth. So, and then from you I seek the guidance, and that you all I invoke, means invoke, and what I request for, kul is to imperative, that what I request for is to take care of the teaching and take care of the teachings and guide with the virtuous conduct for my practices and so on. So please rush here, Rinpoche, which means please rush to the place and enjoy the offerings and praises. I'm here to do it for you, and so on. This is very clear in the text, and you should try to do it every day, since that's one of our commitments, and we should also arrange the dharma, and if possible, try to make one of those. If not, at least try to have a bread or so. And if we do not have, then that's another question. But if we do have, then not. If we don't arrange an offering and so on, then that does not sound right. So we should try to arrange some offering and say the prayer. That will take care of the lot of things.
다 온도 라지리발라 개 침부스다 현대 현고야 제일 수준이야 내게 배내의 현고려마도 술미도야 지라요 말이네 랑할지 라연라시죠 춘주니 지제 여당 제단랑 제린 살제는 춘주니 지기 춘주 치마되게 가져로로 되게 되게 송구를 쳐버려 춘주 넘어게 도쳐 쳐버려
So
니가라 야라라와 여기다 제베 바우다 바문 쳐버리대 봉어게 나버려
So now to consolidate all the meaning of the initiation onto the path, right? Now that's very important to understand. Now there are two chunjungs, right? Two chunjung or reality source. The outer one resembles the cemeteries, and inner one sungur, that is the circle, the protection wheel, and sungur.
춘주 치매 송kur
So outer.
나면도 처음에 천들에 송구를 제바 말해.
So symbolic, okay? The outer one is for the protection wheels, and inner chunjung or reality source is for the cemeteries.
다야 코바나로 춘주지요다 어디여자 류나게 춘주니지 되게 춘주 치마게 산에 이게 장구르잔도 수주 순인수 춘주 남한되게 자 대외잔도 주주 레지여베 장구르처
So
대나로 나와되게 이게 잔도 제드서 초실의 같이 지요래 같이 지부되게 레베잔도 주루드서
So
대나로 한팅요래 다 그런 방안이 세상들이야
So
이게 춘중지 인가 춘중 치매 산에 뒤중 굴려자도 순수인선
So outer mandala, so reality source at the heart, that is symbolic for the 32 branches of nadi at the navel.
춘중 남아되게 대외 주변 굴려자도 주시여베 대외 장구르처
32, and this in the reality source symbolize the 64 nadis chakra of the navel, inner one.
춘중은 대외 진고르 되게 이게 전에 제 장구르 됐어.
The moon disk at center of the reality source is for the 8 branches of nadi at the heart.
춘중 수르실 같이를 치중 주로 요게 같이지요래. 같이지부 되게 내래 냄베전도 주로 요 장구르 됐어.
And the 4 bliss worlds on the 4 corners of the reality source. So those resemble the 16 nadis of the throat chakra.
이게 대외등도 하신들 어머 사업된다 근데 세야들라 가 인도 손주 손이 요래. 되게 주 대전이 콜로 전도 손주 손이 요에 장구르처.
Whereas the circle of the mantra, that which 32 in number, that syllable, 32 syllable, that resembles the crown head chakra.
선생님 장구르 선생 강가로 공사대 긴가로 루루제 공사요래. 춘중 지나니 다외 친구 강구르 같이 강가 춘중로 공 긴가로 공사바데 강가 루치 공사바데게 긴가 내도 텀베 내도 텀발라데 강가 글ung도야 거쳐네. 디베 라토랑 디보 사보 녀르고 요야 대처버.
So, but every one of those are visualized as center of one's heart. all this symbolic, right? So that symbolizes the easy to practice and convenient and ability to draw all of those at center of one's heart.
제 장고로 가요래. 장고가 요래 된데라 지부티게 디기요. 롱오마 쇼야라 내도 너사가 장고 지부티게 디기요. 저도 시시에 송아티래.
So usually we have the 5 chakras, but here we mention of the only 4, that because that 4 is enough to activate or direct all the wind energy inside the central sushma.
다 단도스로 아서 류사의 징구르스로 쇼스.
Now the body, the mandala of the nadis.
류게 내가 제한 거죠. 동에 배셔 짜게까지 그래. 짜 샤손의 요마르게.
Explanation that because they are all movement, the body and so on are by the help, because of help of the nadis. And once we lose the
류사의 징구르 야다. 그래서
body, the mandala of the nadis.
짜 이게 징구르스 이게.
Nadis, the mandala of the syllable letters.
감드지 징구르스.
And creative energy, the mandala of the nectar.
니부 롱기 징구르스.
Ningbo.
니부. 요도 매도 니부. 니부
Essence. Essence. So, or Ningbo. Essence. The mandala of the wind. Wind mandala.
하다 내도 너사시도 짜 감롱 년들이 내려 내도 너시부들이 들레레스
Ne, she.
대처야라 아니 주주다 바이다 한지다 다와도 가자든 제마도서 강가 어때 내도 너 연구 요레스 레데다 이네 대바 공자의 신 연구를 단다 대바 공부 요매매 신수
So,
대제 되네 오시게 나네 봉원리오자다 봉원사 상원게 남레스
so now these are the places where we try to activate are the nadis, element, creative energy, and the wind. And in terms of the 4 initiation, they are the secret initiation or path of the secret initiation.
다 ndiore ting khajo was 다 사월 줘봐 인자 ting khajo 들라 텔레카보 들마 되네 동바두에 시시 텔로 신고가 군수 신벌 공부요래 텔레카보 이마 용야 되다 동바두 텔레마보 메네 용야 되다 가와두.
So by the reception of the white drop from the top, we actualize the weightness, and by the receiving of the red from the bottom, ascending to the center, we try to actualize the bliss.
가와다 되어니체 다양 니가라 강고로 요르바 강고 춘주도 제발라 신대니 디주주.
And through the placement of our mind upon the chunjung or the reality source and the circle of the mantra at the heart, then we try to actualize the
니가 가신 가만히 손지 마잘죠 동예의 손에 대동주.
we actualize the bliss heat of the bliss heat, and then that joining of those two and disappearance into emptiness is 동해.
대 소바시르 이시 온게 라므레.
동해디 가주세. 가마드니
나도 그 거지야. 그래 말아 가지고. 군서 공부요. 가서 가니네. 뭐래라 도버줘는 말이야. 텔레카보가 야요면 미네 야용고야 거지에서 좀 그거 쳐 말해. 디티게 구쇼 이메 그지. 네. 군서 집이 도버지가 저 제가 군서 야부 공사상 대소매. 네. 서로 가지고 못어디 텔레카보 미네 야용 가 마부도 이와 고도로와 대저 고도 마부 미네 야용 가부 이마이와 저는 텔레카보 이마 야용 동상서 동버주 지지다 러중이다. 텔레카보 지우 장고다 자우만 마 보는 동버주부터 직지야.
So now we will review it again. Now the actualization of the void by reception of the white fluid from the top to the center.
동버도 지지야. 다 뭐 산에 만원에 자오면은 텔레마부 가시마부 야치를 고요네 니게 봐도 요네 네 대참 차제 되어주.
And receiving of the red fluid from the bottom to the top, and that is the we materialize the bliss.
다 니가라 군이 리네 텔레마자지를 주네 파코코코 저랑엘은로네 동루도 대동루.
Also disappearance of the two through the swirling or the rotation at the center of one's heart and bliss and void.
다 샤중조리지게 이게 중중의 이길로네 만대체 자지 가자다 이거 방일레미네 디르르와시오다 샤중조리 여러와 되니제 디제데 싫어이시게 온gelamres.
So now there are two Dzogchen practices. Now one Dzogchen practice where one's mind concentrate on the syllable of the palm and the syllable of the palm and those four bliss souls outside, right? Out. And in second, the palm reaches the syllable letters around it. And all these are the transcendental wisdom initiation.
당고도마 고송람체 공공고제 용수 조용도 신주도 잡아도 주면고 랑도지 내주면고 베야 야부지 공도 고다바 주면고 토대동 공용도 토다바 대동 이시제네 고토 손주 공용도 손주 고야데 온지바 세용게람레스. So
now the practice of all the yogas from the beginning to this stage, and when
난주바 야라 지도 공도 랑 난주바 사고로 공 심디 동로 공 러탈.
So now when you visualize in the four phases yogini, you visualize yourself as Vajrayogini and mind in state of bliss and void.
대단히 라라 공야도 고다바 주면고 공야 되래.
So
대동고야도 토다바 던지에서 의세 공야 되래.
And your visualization as deity, that is the Kuthakpa. There's a with perfect body, the illusory, and the mind in bliss and void, that is the Tuthakpa, the purity of the mind, that actual clear light. And the combination of those two is the path of the fourth initiation.
단 nenju juji yongzo gong choyare onji toso na dan de chenlo sindore chenlo de tosa de sa shinye de sune ma tumo la no gong sarre da dereba cheme nenju juji de gong be go de be gong ya chama lo onji ge ko so gong choya de la on de yore ma do onji ko so ma to ba ji ge su ba ji de zab je mong go ya za ne yo ma re.
So that all the practices we have done, that till to the Yoganatha, that every one of these things that we have had during our initiation, all these practices, that we have no practice here which is not present during our initiation itself, that which is not offered during our initiation. So if you have questions about the 11 yoga, then ask Lama or refer to your text. It said, first depend on the Lama as your master. Second step, depend on the text as your teacher. Third, depend your own mind as the master or teacher. So, in the beginning, that one should question whatever questions one has, that has to be dispelled from the Lama and get the answers.
다 라면 잘라 그 도주 수사네 배차나 라주 동다네 다 주문라면 고아 말이 배차를 다지 도바 배차 돈 줘고
And in intermediate, then once all the questions are settled, then whenever one more questions, should be able to dispel through the but just referring to the text.
대냐래 제 마디아 주는 배차를 다게 되지 다도 마디는 야 라만을 주고 지그래 대면 배차를 라마를 주죠 소바랑신라 라마주 다 배차에 뭐 고리 차소는 아니 랑게 심로 여바 코라군과 랑신라 라마주 주죠.
So depend on the text, and still you have doubt, go back to Lama and get your questions answered. And then finally, then when you become no longer in the need of the even text for any question, then depend on your own mind as master.
랑신라 라마주는 랑마 허와 랑신라 랑게 체모고 지게 랑신 방구샤벨 내가지 지고고요.
So one has to involve in such an act that one will never fail on oneself. The first, one shouldn't fail on oneself, and plus that one do not have to be embarrassed with oneself, and one could make oneself as the witness for one's own testimony. Then if these things happen, then the enlightenment as such is not a distant phenomenon. So the first Lama giving the all full initiation with a very sound text. Then giving the teaching with help of a sound textbook and giving thorough teaching. Then giving up on the Lama as well as giving up on the teaching.
And
then closing up your text and forgetting everything what Lama said, then again trying to run to the all direction that anybody who sounds like if somebody has a horn on his head, then trying to run to him for instruction, going to east for instruction, west for instruction, and everywhere. Then under such circumstances, that if one does the practice in such a manner and adulterate, especially worse, they dilute the teaching, then let alone attaining enlightenment, one wouldn't even have a proper death. So profound teaching, that profounder is the thakpa between pure teaching. So because each and every profound teaching has a strict honor, that each and every teaching has also quite a terrific the Dharmapalas with it.
And
so that if not careful, that towards the end of one's life, one may make one's body, even before death or death, one may offer one's body to a Dharmapala. So Great Tsongkhapa has laid the text on his table to give a ear-to-ear transmission to somebody.
This you can
So those who are about to receive it are about 5 or 6, like Kedru Rinpoche and so that day somebody who is not a right candidate was also present. So Tsongkhapa, he didn't teach the teaching right away, but he started talking about some other issue a little bit. And a black man, or a gentleman, who nobody has seen before, rushed in and took the text from the table. And then none of them received the transmission of the text. So Kedru Rinpoche, when they were outside, then they talked with each other, said that black gentleman, he really intervened our teaching, otherwise we would have received a profound teaching. So then when he was saying that, then he heard a sound speaking from the wall behind, saying Kachu, which means that a holder of the 10 texts, don't be too talkative. So the Nyingyu, which means ear-to-ear transmitted teaching, Tube Lekpum, the text. Nyingyu Tube Lekpum, Tube as emanation, and Lekpum as text, emanated text, that was given to the great Tsongkhapa and Tokten Jambe Gyatso.
Jambe Lama Umapa.
So Jambayang, the monastery, gave it to the Tsongkhapa and Lama Umapa and so on, and also there about a few or 5 devas from the Nezang, that's pure land of the form realm.
And Jerumichi Tribe Levante, Toden Jabe Jasal no.
Tsongkhapa, he passed that Tribe Lekpum emanated text to the Toden Jambe Jaso.
That Tribe Levant Dabuja can get Lama Chuna, Loma Taka Chuna, Tenongri.
And if anybody who could take care of that emanated text or the Tribe Lekpum, that will be passed on to that. And if there's nobody, then the Churgil, Tamjin Churgil, or Tamjin Churgil, he will keep it. Well, Chujesen.
Chujesen Chujiburba, Damarazarava. Ready in a Mazutanji Chuje, the Rago Yumetirava.
So the Tamji Chuje in Sanskrit, that is the Dhamaraja.
Oh, yeah. Kung
so he'll take care of
that.
So if some a good Lama who could take care of that, he would pass it on to him. Even though there's a big war, the Tamji Chöje or the Dharmaranja, that he will not lose that text.
그 제가 셔르데 내저 집을 레반타다 쇼이 좀 말이다. 아주 주제가 냐디요리.
So we no longer have the Tibet, but I'm sure that we haven't lost that emanated text, and it should be still with possession of the Tamje Chöge, the Dhamaraja.
엔사 루산투도 이나 배철루산 주제는 지게 차비 재민도 스지 이자살이야 제가 쉬용에 드려기야 제주 폐처가 재미지 동벌에 나 우리 제제가요 말이야.
So I'm not sure either it was the Bensa Losan Tundu or Benja Losan Chögen, but
내가 쉐주에 대사바 쉐주에
so in either of them, that lots of those who go for audience would see a shelf in his library or in his room. There's an empty spot, empty shelf. They couldn't see any there.
소모 레다 가셔 지금 제주도 강가달에 차비 요래 지날 차비 메케나라 자샤 자다 의세게 공디요리 알라말 쇼이게 동바드나고 어단자 시부지도 대 강인도 쇼리 저렴이 주거래 송거래 마데 대저 주벨레 바래 레방제 두고요 말에.
So that there's some good students, when they come and visit, that they will see a little rainbow or cluster of the light inside that shelf, and when asked that what do you have in that shelf, then he would reply that you had some vision problem, or that your vision is erroneous this time.
다 조마 시절인데 따라 내저 레방 주베 종 요래 미스 쓰기 요래 제야요 말봐 종 담아주 신거 말. 시절 같이 시절.
So Kajin Ishigen's Sejoling, that they say he had the emanated text or Kadam Tuve Legum, but that it is said, but who would know?
다 수수인 저거 요나 시질이질 상제 상원들의 줄류네 선배지게 배 농아가 랑게 세븐에 용수 줘봐 뭐 신에 대해서 맞아봐 내주 주주에 레바나 마세바지게 명하시 요 말이.
So if one is capable of the practice, that there's nothing which is not available, beginning from the profound practices of the subnet, which is pit practices, or the most principal practices of the great Gosmaja and so on, everyone is available in that text.
디레레 제장하자 라마 쉐베 티 쉐베 고디 라마 쉐바 나게 송셰투서 주벨리방 명하시.
When we receive the teachings on the Lama Chöpa, the most of them are the Menga, or the instructions from the that Kadam Tuve Legum or emanated texts.
라메 내저 진이지 요래 사기 니 송베 벽의 줄로 참아라 라메 내저 요래 라마 쳬바 나셴기 베 맹안도 제바 서바 세바 요마리 주니.
So we have so many kinds of the Guru Yoga, but nothing excels in terms of the encompassness, condensed, and yet very detailed and profound than Lama Chöpa.
어다데 베chen 루산 추진게 라마 쳬바 삼목에 내 뒤에 좀바 이자 베 맹아 탐제 세바 제바 인도 내저 주벨리방게 맹아지 베치리 냐년의 거바 인자 베 길로베 템발라 가딘 치와 쯔고야 존에 데레.
So since the Benja Losang Chui Gyaltsen, he is the one who made that text available for us by extracting the old essence or all the instructions of the great emanated text into that Lam Chöpa and made it for us. So thus he is honored as one of the most kind Gilgwet Lamas.
어다데 로주에 셰야. 다다나진데 내주면 나라에 저런서 내주면 내주 티 제분의 구사, 서분의 구사, 세분의 구사. 다다너 청구요 말, 내세 도구요 말, 자구요 말. 다들이 오늘 남지 디마디버데 다른 시샤이 직제.
So,
저리데 수지는 쇼이 조라.
So this is all about it, and you all have requested that you need a very profound teaching and extensive and clear and very lucid teachings on the Vajrayogini, but I simply can't finish it. And I'll give you a short teaching on the Zorim as well soon.
Samicha tumu mayimba tene kashe le sheshayu.
Uncommon, inconceivable yoga I have given to few already.
Tando goyo sugundu ni sunchi kelen sa. Teka tu so yore sani nani gonda la. Tene tu so shita mendu.
And I have also promised that I'll give to the few others who have requested, and I still have few evenings.
Wajinere chaza tarindi sheba zu chola ma to yigi tri shenba yinza gango tri she yore. Tsu to tab chana maji jo le sheken de yongre. Yongre de nge ta da si yi. Oda lame sheba te jirja pecha na lo to bachu. Lama pecha ni ge ma phen ba chi ta ju ma le du tani be shalu no jang ganga le ju ne am nga le sile che ga che da chi che ni chu ju so me ani be pudu che ni 시동 말해도 시그레 마도 야가지 용주지 말에 되지게 괜히 야고지체 미주 가르치고도 다 계셔지 주나다지 주저 되저리 명안을 실내체니베 지 제야디 시라고 누자요다 아저런 좀에 지 미대 고된 베 대롱랑부 다 주중도 차자네 주다지 지리지 서버로 요리 주다 느스탈는데 원데 가르사 네. 셔도서 너루자 너루 니기죠. 세자주디 존지도 도저가 가이지지 사치 진도 되다 주중에 니데 제자베 시지리 또 티지기 탈로사 아니 나주면 거의 나라에 온토네 서체 마토베 마다 송산도고 예 네 거의라 온토네 서체 마토네 네다 메쇼 송샤요 송요르데 달레사 능고고요 에노로지 라마도 창게 가데 가슈고데 네마다세 이게 제야 그거요레소 다 조그래 온토 산이 다 조그래 능고그래소 네 마다세야 그거지요레스 어디 세부지가 나서 되네 그래서 다 셰디 셰사리 다부야 보죠 공토네 그래 공마토네 카데 좀 암저데 그게 내니 야부요레 암저데 가와 인설에서 눈 소디 제도요레
So now as I gave you the teachings explained earlier, and as I told you that we should receive the teachings from the Lama first, then refer to the text, and then take care of them. Take care of the Lama, and take care of the text, and don't run to the east or west, everywhere where you can hear or so on. That we should be real careful that we don't soil the teachings, that we don't spoil or soil the teaching or cause adulteration in them, that we should be able to assess the gains and loss of doing the same. That, as I told you, they are dharmapalas, and most important thing, they learn to take care of your mouth and learn to take care of the ear. It will be wise to close the mouth and place your hands on your ear, and that that will be wise. Otherwise, that one could be quite risky for even one's life. So that's why we have to be careful and try not to be gullible with everything, and to take care good of the both the teacher as well as teachings, and try to maintain it pure, and that is my advice.
내 자가다 있는 치 셰드 샤부 뭐부 셰그레데 망드네 시자로 들어가서 셰고 말해 게 주고 말이 셰세 고르고래 아니 배 상화지 수치 지마지 셰 당다 지고 말이 그런 거 잡고요 저거 지는 거 잡으래等到 양이 잡을 신년데 송양도 가부지래데 어디 양디를 토나 시작을 잡고요 요 레라고요 말이
So that I give the teachings to the monks back in India, that I give teachings, but not so as extensive. I give extensive teachings, but not so much in detail like where I give it here, because they can understand whatever I say, and they can keep what I say. That the monks are very happy people, that they are very happy, and they can be friendly. But on the real essence, on the pit, they can hold real tight to that, and they have a very stubborn head, that they wouldn't give up on certain issue, that they will hold to it very tenaciously.
저세 저거 거시에 베베 최자는 맞게 캔게서도 저리 쟁에 들에 여서 대나와 마신 방에만 지기베 냐절레 주버체니 냐르 주니 추수를 던데 버렸어요.
There's a saying that some monks in monasteries, they appear that they are not too studious, or they do not appear they are doing any kind of studies and so on. So does not appear too right, too good or right to the others. So just to test somebody emanated as a fish and set in a stream. So some monks are passing by. So a monk came by, and I think it was one monk, and then he saw a huge fish, and he said that, oh, what a huge fish that's standing near the bank, That's all he said, and he left. And then came a mandirkan who looked quite dignified with a real huge beads mala, and also has a prayer wheel in his hand. So then when he saw the big fish there, then he just put the prayer wheel in his pocket, and quietly wore the mala on his neck, and then started grabbing a stone to hit on that fish, and his whole body began to feel light. Then of course that fish disappeared. So monks of those three great monasteries, and also like the monks of Tashilimbu and so on, so they have a very strong head. This expression we use. So the fakes, they never come out from these places, that's for sure. the one who faked the teachings, and I'm not blaming on anybody. It is of no use.
Oh yeah.